This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cage Side Press here with Lorenz "The Monsoon" Larkin. Just picked up the victory here at Bellator 229. Lorenz, first off, the fight was previously booked. You waited a lot of months to get in the cage with this guy. Can you describe the feeling to finally have gotten in there with him?
Oh, man, it's great. I wanted this fight to happen. I feel like a lot of guys ducked this guy. And I wanted the fight to happen. I wanted the fight to happen last fight, but I had to pull out, and I'm just glad Bellator made this fight happen again. And it went through, and we got to fight tonight.
For the fans who may not be aware, you had to pull out, and then everyone was thinking it's like, hey, the welterweight Grand Prix. Can you just describe mentally the last few months of just having to wait, and what was the toughest thing about that, and to of course get here now on the other side?
It's just a waiting process. The longer you're out of the cage, you don't really want to have that cage rust and stuff like that. I like to just fight. So the hardest thing is just waiting for that date. And then once months and months and months and months go by, you're just like stir crazy and you just focus on getting a date. And when I finally got one, I was just like, okay, and my coaches put together a great camp for me. And it was great. After the fight, I felt like I could have ran 5 miles. I was in perfect shape for this fight.
Let's talk about this epic one. First round, he knocks you down with the wheel kick. Second round, you're doing damage. It goes to split decision. How confident were you? I saw you in the cage. You looked a little dejected. Were you worried that it wasn't going to go your way?
I was just more so he was just holding me on the cage, and my thing is, if you're gonna be in that position, work. You know what I mean? If you want to take the guy down, I'm not this guy just like, oh, he was just holding me. Work. If you get me down, then work. Don't just hold me there. And I'm just glad that MMA has evolved so much and the judging has evolved. To know that even though the guy's sitting there holding his legs, he's not doing nothing. And the other guy's trying to get up and he's trying to advance. The other guy just holding his legs. So I'm just glad we're at a position that the judges are a lot more logical of the sport and understand so much about the sport now. I was just more kind of pissed off that he's just like, you're just holding me. You're not even punch my leg, punch me in my stomach, something. Work. You're just holding me. And that's the only thing I'm not. I was kind of pissed off about. Just stop holding me. Work. Get me to my back, try to submit. Whatever you're trying to do it. But don't just hold me.
I understand, clearly frustrated. I got to ask about those big moments. The first round, he lands the wheel kick. You seem to eat it well. How much did it hurt you? And then secondly, the second round, you're doing damage. Were you surprised you couldn't put him away?
The first round, he caught me, but it's more like a little flash, and worked out of it, and the second round, I just wish I had a little bit more time. It was a little tweak that we're going to come back and fix. I was just trying to land big shot. And, I've been in this game for a while, and I should have picked my shots, maybe pit-pat a little bit and pick a big shot, things like that. But it's just learning. I'm always learning. Fight from fight, I'm always learning. But, even after, I could just tell that after the first round, I told my coaches he's getting tired. You know what I mean? And I could see it when he was sitting on the stool. And I was feeling still good. So I told him the second round I was going to push. And we got the knockdown, and we almost got it stopped.
Now, in the cage, you told John McCarthy, Douglas Lima is the guy you have your eye on. Obviously, he's in the final with Rory. I'm assuming you'd love for him to win so you could set it up for the belt. But you also mentioned some co-promotion, being the guy in RIZIN for Bellator. Yeah. If Lorenz Larkin gets his way, what's the one he really wants?
Hopefully, in about 30 minutes, Scott calls me up. He's like, you know what, Lorenz? I've been thinking. I'm going to send you to RIZIN and represent for the promotion. You know what I mean? Scott, I'm a company man. Send me. Let me off the leash and just send me to RIZIN. Let me represent for Bellator.
Well, I think that says it all. Lorenz, congratulations once again. It was a really fun fight. I know the crowd here really loved it, and we're looking forward to the next one wherever it's at.
New Year's. That's where it's at. I already told you.
There you have
You got the scoop. You got New Year's show. RIZIN.
There we have it.